Hey everyone, Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids. As you can see, we're looking at a product from SOG today, and this is the SOG Multi-Tool Switch Plier 2.0. I first saw this out at SHOT Show 2015, and I wanted to get a hold of one for review. It took a little while, just because of all the issues going on with the ports out on the West Coast, but now it's here on the East Coast. In New Hampshire, I've got it, and we'll take a look at it and let you know what we think. I did want to show it to you in the box, and then I'll take it out and show you some close-ups. Some folks just like seeing a product, before it's used and it's got scrapes or scratches on it, whatever. So we'll show you in the box, we'll show you out of the box, then I'll EDC it for a while and tell you what I think about it. Here's a look at the Switch Plier 2.0, and let me give you some of the specs. Your close length is 4.3 inches, which I'll show you in a minute. The pliers basically fold down inside the handle. That's kind of a cool feature. Your open length is 6.1 inches. Your finish is satin and black. Your weight, 6.3 ounces, and your handle is 420 stainless steel. Here's a look at it from end to end. And coming back the other way. Switch Plier 2.0. Here's what it looks like in hand, just so you get a general sense of kind of how big it is. And it was kind of interesting, Chris from SOG, when I was out at SHOT Show 2015, he handed this to me and he said, this is the intelligence test for the day. And to be honest with you, I failed the intelligence test. So what you have is basically, this is going to fold back inside. When he handed it to me, it looked like this. So he just handed it to me and said, can you figure it out? So I'm pulling, and all of a sudden he's like, just press the button. So when you press the button, here's what happens. So it opens like that, which is nice. You don't have to have two hands to deploy the pliers, and they also call them, I think, grippers as well. So once again, here's this little button here. Press that, and now it's opened up and ready to go. Here's a look at it with all the tools out. Up here we have pliers, grippers, and wire cutters. You do have a ruler right down here. It does come with a pocket clip. And then down here, the rest of your tools, you've got your file, you have your blade, so partially serrated, partially plain. You've got your bottle opener, you have your can opener, you have an awl, and you've got a couple of different screwdriver options, so flathead and Phillips head. And one thing I do want to note is that when it comes to the screwdrivers, you can use basically this as a flathead. You can even use this, even though it's a little bit wider than I'd like. You could use that as a flathead screwdriver, but then you also have a very tiny flathead screwdriver there. So that's all the different items that are included in the Switch Plier 2.0. I want to show you the locking mechanism here quickly. So we have the file, it's locked into position, not going to move. And then on the back we've got all these little kind of metal pieces, and these are the locking mechanisms. So you're going to press down on this, and now that can fold, and you can hear it click out when I swing it back. So now it's locked into position. These are very small, so if you have, say two tools out and you only want to release one, you're probably just going to press down on all these and then swing the tool out of the way that you're done with, and then make sure that the other tool that you're using is locked back in position. Real quick now, I want to show you on the ruler, 1, 2, 3 inches, and then if you flip over to the other side, let me get that correct, it's measuring in centimeters. So you've got a couple different options when it comes to how you're going to utilize your ruler. So there you have it, some of the basics on the SOG Switch Plier 2.0. Now I'm going to EDC this for a while, and we'll talk about what we think about it. Alright, I'm back here in the studio now with the SOG Switch Plier 2.0, and I've been using this as my kind of EDC knife and multi-tool in one. So I haven't been carrying a knife, I've just been carrying this for the past handful of weeks. And here's some thoughts on it. One of the things I do like is the one-hand deployment. So just press that button again, the whole thing opens up. Now we're ready to go and actually use the multi-tool. One thing I'm going to say is a downside, and it only happened maybe twice for me, but so you depress this button and then you're going to basically fold it back into place. Now if this is sitting in your pocket, imagine this is sitting in your pocket, here's the clip on the outside of your pocket, and this is up against basically the side of your leg. If you bump into something, you lean against the wall, whatever, this gets depressed slightly. You do have your pocket probably kind of controlling it on this side, but it will open just a little bit and start to actually deploy. It probably won't come out that far, but I did at one point. I took the multi-tool out and it was kind of like this. Again, it only happened twice in a matter of several weeks, so I don't think it's going to be a huge issue. I'm not convinced if they switch this to the other side that would help a whole lot, if they move the pocket clip and put the button on the other side, because then if you bump into a wall, it's still going to happen. So just something to be aware of. You don't want to have the multi-tool like partially open. If you reach in and the pliers are already deployed, you're going to reach in and beat your hand up, or cut your hand up. You just want to be something to be aware of. Again, only twice in a matter of a couple weeks did that actually happen though. As a guy who carries almost exclusively a knife, I don't carry multi-tools that often as far as an EDC item, on my person. I did like having a variety of different tools, in particular the pliers. I did find myself using them quite a bit. The major advantage of this one is going to be, besides the cool factor, it's got kind of this industrial look overall, but it's going to be that one-hand deployment. So, you can take it out and, for a lot of multi-tools, you take it out and you kind of do the flip thing, and then you have to have two hands. You can do it with one, just takes a little bit more practice. With this one, it's relatively simple. So press that button. Now you're into your plier option. So if you're, you got to think about what your job might be or what you're doing. Are there situations where you got, one hand occupied a lot of the time and you got to get a multi-tool out? It could be nice to have something like this where you don't have to, basically operate your multi-tool or set it up with two hands. So wrapping up here, I'll say I have liked using this multi-tool from SOG. I'm generally just a knife guy. I don't carry a multi-tool as an EDC item, but I will be using this one as an EDC item on and off for a while now to see what the long-term strength of this item is, but I've been quite happy with it so far. If you have this one or other options from SOG when it comes to multi-tools, they have the power assist. They just have a pretty wide variety of multi-tools out there. Let's hear what you think. What do you like? What do you not like? What things would you change? And I'll pass that information back on to SOG. So comment down below. Let's hear your thoughts on some of their multi-tools. Thanks as always for checking out our videos here on YouTube. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids on YouTube if you've not done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Check us out on Instagram and Tumblr. More videos coming soon. Take care and be careful.